Welcome back, everybody. Before we get started, I do have to let everyone know that we currently have a foster dog. His name is Andreas, and he is very barky. Yeah, so you are liable to hear you're liable to hear it in the background, or the camera's going to get bumped, or I'm currently petting him under the table here to hopefully keep him quiet.
We'll see.
But either we're just used to our greyhound. His name is Martin, and he's basically like a fur rug. He is 6. Greyhounds are kind of lazy anyway, and he's 6, and so he has fully accepted retirement lifestyle. He is very.
He's currently up in our bed, on his back with his legs up in the air. So.
Oh, okay. So he's currently laying in our bed, ignoring the rest of the world, and that is what he prefers to do most of the day. But this little Galago right here, he's vocal. He gets very upset that there are things like laundry baskets in the house when the kids leave their backpacks laying around. I mean, I do not like any of these things either, but I don't bark at them continually. So,
well, I mean, you kind of do when you're yelling at
kids,
but
it's just funny because we're just, I don't know, maybe he just barks as much as a normal dog. We are not used to normal dogs. And I am just like, Andreas, you are a noisy little bugger. But he's really cute. He's real tiny. He's only like a 50-pound dog, and our greyhound is 80. So to me, it's like having a puppy in the house. So he is cute. He's got a lot of fun energy, but holy cow, the barking. I'm just not used to it. You're likely to hear some.
And like Katie said, he's a Galago, which is
So if you've not listened to our podcast before, we foster Galagos. They come from Spain. Mm-hmm. They're hunting dogs in Spain, and they are not protected under any of the animal rights laws that are in Spain. Working dogs are not protected under that. Yeah. And so if you want to have a good cry, Google Galagos Spain. It's not pleasant. Anyway, we work with a group that goes and gets them and brings them back. And then we foster them and find them homes.
And spoil them, yes.
We definitely spoil the dog. Whatever.
This is coming from the person who had the dog underneath their desk with a heater on it.
I did. It is still a little bit chilly here in Indiana. So earlier today, he was laying on a bed under my desk with a space heater on. That actually happened. Okay. Enough dog talk. Anything else that we need to catch people up on? We're actually looking to make some changes.
Some big changes.
We are. Well, we have our $1 Million Academy where we have everything that we know about landscaping business all in this academy. But we want to get more resources to more people. Mm-hmm. So we're actually looking to offer some tools, some resources, and some training outside of the academy.
Yep.
So whatever you all are having trouble with in your business and whatever you would like to have help with, if you could just DM us, drop us a comment, send us an email, Scott at $1 Million Landscaper or Katie at $1 Million Landscaper. Let us know what you could use the most help with in your business and what we could provide for you. Because we're honestly, we're going over even just our goals and our values for our business. And one of the things that keeps just bubbling up to the top is we want to do the most good for the most amount of people that we can. We really just want to help get education, tools, and resources out to landscapers so they can continue to make their landscaping businesses not only grow, but just to make it easier.
Yeah. And one thing that really hit us here recently was speaking to somebody in one of our estimating workshops. They mentioned that they weren't ready for the academy. And that's not really true. We can help anybody if you're just getting going, and up. It's not just for people that are $1 million businesses. No, we have all the kinds of different things that help you just from the getting started all the way up. So
we do. But I also understand that maybe some people aren't ready to commit to that yet.
Well, yes.
They're just ready for a single resource, or you've just got one thing that you're like, ugh, okay, maybe I could join the academy or do something like that in the off season, but in the busy, in the growing season, I'm busier. But here's something that I could really use. So any suggestions that you all have that would make your life easier and better and make your business run smoother and get to your goals quicker, let us know. We're happy to listen as we revamp.
Yeah.
Because we're here for you. We don't make this, stuff for us. It's all here for you and help us reach our goal of helping as many landscapers as we possibly can.
Yeah. And if you haven't heard, our goal is to really travel around the country and come visit you. We want to come visit landscapers around the country.
That's one of them.
Yeah, it's one of our goals. And we really like helping people. That's that's what we live for. I work part-time not part-time. I work as a firefighter, so I'm helping people all the time there. So it's just one of those things it's in our blood. That's what we do.
Well, that's just what we're here for. We've learned a lot over the years, and not everybody should have to learn it the long, hard, excruciating way that we did.
Yes.
So we're happy to share. So anyway, drop us that.
Yeah, we're like I said, we're looking at adding some like one-off products you can buy just a single item, that outside of the academy, rather you don't have to do that before. So we got a lot of different changes, a lot of different ideas that we'll be presenting to you the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, we just want to make sure what we have in mind is lined up with what you actually want and can use.
Yep.
So before we hop into today's episode, we'll hear from our sponsors real quick, and we'll be right back.
Yep.
We want to take a quick second to tell you about our friends over at Cycle CPA. I can't even express to you how important it is to have a good accountant on your side. You want accurate bookkeeping and financial statements every month. Instead, you're often left with limited time to focus on the accounting side of your business and no reports to show for it. At Cycle CPA, the landscaping accountants, they not only handle the bookkeeping, but also provide landscape industry benchmarking, job costing, financials by service line, advisory meetings, and much more. Cycle CPA has a team of landscaping accountants available to provide anything from bookkeeping to CFO services. Visit cyclecpa.com, and for $100 off, mention the $1 Million Landscaper podcast.
EasyBeasy is easy to use, easy to learn, affordable work order and time clock app with unlimited users included with every subscription. If you've ever struggled with the daily grind of keeping track of work orders, you have to check out EasyBeasy. Make and edit work orders anytime, anywhere you're working, at your desk, in your truck, on the job site, even on your couch. With EasyBeasy, you can easily copy work orders to use over and over, which is great for mowing and plowing. You can also keep track of employee timesheets, contact your customers, add notes, instructions, even pictures of your jobs. EasyBeasy works on Android and Apple devices or any tablet or computer. EasyBeasy also has a wide variety of reports so you can have all the info you need for billing right from your phone. Say goodbye to paying for extra users because everyone gets unlimited users on EasyBeasy. Try EasyBeasy for free for 30 days. Visit easybeasy.app/MDL to sign up. EasyBeasy is a simple work order and time clock app for mow crews, hardscape crews, and everything in between. Start saving time and money with EasyBeasy. Visit easybeasy.app/MDL to sign up today.
All right, welcome back, everybody. So today I wanted to talk about a common question we're seeing over and over and hearing over and over, whether it's in our estimating workshops, on our live Q&As. This happened actually last night on a live Q&A. One member asked, where can I find employees? And I wish I really had a known place that you can go and get employees without any issues, because I'd be a millionaire.
I wish there was a magical answer. Let's just put this out there. There's no magical answer. No. If there was, trust me, I would tell you all. I would not gatekeep. There's no one like, oh my gosh, this is the biggest secret that everybody's not talking about. At least nobody that I know is talking about it. But there are a lot of just general good old advice of what has worked in the past and what continues to work.
Yeah, and this has been an ongoing issue for, especially the past couple of years more so.
I read an article from 2014 the other day. I don't even really remember what I was doing, but I was looking at old articles online, and it was from 2014, and it was talking about finding employees. And so there's an article that's nearly 10 years old, and they were talking about it then, and we're talking about it now.
Yeah. But there's, like Katie said, there's no magical one place. But today we're going to give you some guidelines, some things that you should really think about.
There might be things you didn't think of.
Yeah. And some suggestions, some places, because you really need to be marketing your business to find people like you do marketing for your customers. Same way, you need marketing, letting people know that you are hiring. And if you don't, then how is anybody going to, nobody's coming to your website just to look for, to see if you're hiring usually. So
they might.
have to, they might, but
if
you have to be out there.
Job seeking,
yeah, but you have to be putting yourself out there the same way you do as you find a customer for your business. So one of the first things that we always recommend is that you need to figure out who is you need for your employees. Do you need a part-time employee? Do you need a full-time employee? Do you need a seasonal employee? You need to really look at it and to figure out what is their job role? What is it going to be? Because if you don't know what that job is or what it's going to entail, how are you going to describe that to the world? And whether you're putting it out on social media or talking to somebody, if you don't know that, then you need to really step back and analyze it.
And if you don't have a clear idea of what you want this person to do, then if you hire somebody and you don't clearly articulate what you expect this position to be, and you do hire them, and then they are doing something that they don't want to do and it's not what they expected, then you're going to have a disgruntled employee. I actually talked to your dad this morning because he's looking to hire somebody that I worked with in the Parks Department.
Okay.
And he is currently unhappy in the position that he's in because he is a designer. That is his zone of genius. He's went to Purdue, he's a Purdue educated designer. He does gorgeous designs. And the company he's currently working with is like, oh, can you go out and do this small pruning job? Can you go throw these plants in? He's older than we are. He's just kind of at that, like, I've been there, done that phase when it comes to installs and trimming and all that. And so what he wants is he's looking for something that is strictly like designs and then managerial, making sure the job gets done, getting things ordered. He wants to do that kind of stuff. And so he's currently in a position where his expectation is that he's just going to be a designer, and then they're having him do all these other things. And so guess what? He's looking to get out.
Yeah.
So that's just, if you want to, and he's a good person. So if you want to keep good people, make sure that you are in alignment with what they're doing. And I'm sure if it was just like a one-off, like here and there, that might be okay. He's not like a whiny person. But when it becomes like you're routinely doing things that are outside of your job description, because I get it. You're small business. We're small businesses. You don't, sometimes you have to get outside of what your normal job duties are, like every now and again.
Yeah.
Most people are pretty good with like, oh, this is just like a one time or like once a month, whatever. But when you are routinely doing something that is outside of the scope of work that you were hired for in your mind, then you're going to have problems.
Yeah. And kind of along with that is really looking at, what skills are you looking for with somebody? What traits are you looking for? Sometimes the skills can be something that you can train on, but you can't necessarily teach somebody an attitude. So
you cannot teach people an attitude. That is a very good point.
Yeah. So it's one of those things that you need to be looking for, but you have to really establish this first before you even start looking and putting it out to the world that you're hiring somebody. And as far as where to find people, again, it's really being anywhere and everywhere. And, a lot of people talk about being on Indeed, the online platforms, even like ZipRecruiter, Monster.com, all those different ones. I know a lot of people have Indeed. We've personally have used Indeed and it works pretty well. But there's a lot of other things that you could be looking at. Like NALP actually has a job board. Different schools, different colleges.
Hortjobs.com. I think that's one. Yep.
So there's a lot of different other job boards out there that you can be looking out to a mass audience.
Oh yeah. Well, because we're lucky enough that we have local state schools. There's extensions of them nearby. Yeah. Even actually, we're not that far from Purdue. So we would sometimes get college students that were going to school for like landscape architecture, landscape design. So if you want something like that, looking for college kids is always a good idea for summer. If you just need them for the summer, because sometimes you just need a little boost for the summer months.
Yeah. So those are definitely the job boards and stuff like that.
Usually if you email that or call down to a university, like if you look for like the horticulture department or like School of Agriculture, they can probably get you over to the Hort department. And they have back in the day when I was in school, they had job boards. I'm sure it's all electronic now, but you could probably get on their electronic job board.
Well, we have people in the academy that are actually going to some of the schools. They're actually talking to some of the students and stuff and getting themselves out there. Another academy member I know, they are actually going to visit the schools, go talk to some of the professors and see if there's somebody. I don't think that particular school I know didn't have like a Hort, but they had something, I forgot what it was. Something with construction and stuff like that, but they're reaching out to...
And if you're just looking for summer help, though, that's, I think, completely appropriate.
Yeah, so they're reaching out to them. So there's a lot of different things outside, the normal ZipRecruiter, Indeed type of thing. But definitely keep an eye on that. I know some of the state websites, too, for like INLA, the Indiana North... What is it? Indiana Landscape Association. They have a job board, so you can go on there and fill it out. So make sure you check those job boards if there's anything there too.
Yeah, sorry, the dog keeps biting my hand. I'm trying to pet him. It's okay. Oh, it's okay. See, we warned you all that this might happen. I was petting him to try and keep him calm, and then he decided he was going to bite my hand. That's okay. So, continue on. This is all part of how it goes. When you foster dogs, sometimes you get squirrely ones.
So the other thing is to be putting it out to the world on the internets. Being out there on.
Did you say on the internet?
I did say
put it on the interwebs. All right, go for it.
Put it out there everywhere. Put it on social media. Put it on your website. I do recommend that you have a careers page on your website.
Mm-hmm.
But on that careers page, it should just be more than whatever you're hiring for, not just that. Have pictures of what your team's doing. Have pictures of your crews out there. Even better, if you have a video like a testimonial or whatever from employees saying why they look working there, that will definitely go a long way.
Mm-hmm.
So don't just be having, we're hiring a hardscape foreman, a lawn mowing operator, or whatever it is that you're looking for. Don't just have that basic stuff on there. But have like some kind of compelling thing and what benefits you are offering. I do encourage that you have what you're going to pay them, because there's no point of wasting their time or wasting your time. If they're looking to make $30 an hour and you're paying 20, you don't waste your time. So put out there what you are going to pay, or starting at 15 or whatever it is that you're looking to start at. Have that on there. I do recommend that. And be consistently posting on social media, post it on Facebook, post it on Instagram, whatever.
Don't post it once and assume that everybody sees it. That's a lesson that we've had to learn. Mm-hmm. I've had to learn with social media, is you have to post it to the point where you feel like you're maybe being annoying.
Yes.
And then post it 10 more times after that.
Yeah. Yeah. Next one's kind of along the lines, if there's any job fairs in your area. I know here in town in Maryville, they do have job fairs like every spring. So you can go out there and post up and have a little booth, but make sure you have business cards, have stuff talking about your business, maybe have some flyers, some pictures of the work that you're doing, pictures of your crews doing that work. That's always important. Getting out in different networking events, talking to builders, talking to different contractors. We talk about networking a lot because it is very important. So you just have to be out there and talking to them.
Oh, absolutely. If there is one thing that your dad did right with his business, it is the networking. He's like a networking king, social butterfly. He knows literally everybody.
Yes.
And it's really been an asset to the business.
Yeah, absolutely. The next one is just really asking for referrals. And this could be asking for referrals from your own team members. This has always been a really good thing for us. We're able to ask, who do you think, anybody that would be good for working with us? Because they know the type of person that we're looking for in our business. And we would actually offer a bonus to them. So we pay out, we give them like so much up front and then so much after they stayed for 6 months or 3 months, whatever. We change it, I know, but having some kind of bonus system, talking to your customers, talking to your vendors, your suppliers, your hardscape suppliers.
Yeah. And great. You don't have to be like necessarily poaching. No. Like if you're talking to your hardscape vendor, you can just be like, oh, hey, you know what? I really like how you all interact with our business. Mm-hmm. Do you happen to know anybody that you think would be a good fit, or anybody that's looking for a job? You don't have to be like directly poaching those people. You can ask them though, like if they know other people.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know some hardscape suppliers I've heard, they actually have like a board that you can hang up saying that you're hiring or whatever. Mm-hmm. So don't be afraid to reach out to those people that are in your network already. But that's really pretty much it. You have to be clear on your stuff. You have to be just posting it everywhere, being out everywhere. I guess the only one I thought of, and I don't know, I know we used to do this a long time ago, is Craigslist. We haven't done that for years. I don't even know if that's still an option or not. But
yeah,
I know they changed the rules and stuff, so we haven't done that for a long time. So I can't say for sure on that one, but it's really just thinking outside the box, being out there. The social media posts that you do, change up the posts, change up the words as you're putting them out there, try different things, try different headlines,
pictures, like even little things like that, like just changing the background color or something on a picture, or make sure you have a picture. People like to see people smiling.
Yes.
Like, and this is, okay, I'm going to tell you something. Okay. I learned this because I'm in an accountability group, and the one guy used to own an ad agency. He's like, notice when you look at ads, like on billboards and everywhere, like in the airport on the walls, people are smiling and have their mouths open. For whatever reason, people respond better to people smiling with their mouth open. I never noticed this. And as soon as he told me, you can ask Scott, I'm always like, oh my God, look, their mouths are open, their mouths are open. So now all I see are pictures of people with their mouths open. So the point is, get some good shots of your people. I knew that people like to see pictures of smiling faces, but I didn't know about the mouth open part. But now you're going to see it everywhere. You're welcome. But I think that is having just pictures and stuff like that is definitely something that helps. It makes you relatable and makes you seem like a real business.
Yeah.
Like
we said, there is no magic place or magic cure that you can just go out and find people. I attended a lot of seminars, a lot of webinars on different things and on this subject, and nobody had one particular place to go. It's just be out there, everybody. I guess one other thing I'll add in there, if you're out and about and you're talking to somebody, or I should say not talking to somebody, you see somebody talking to like a customer, you're at Home Depot and you see like a person that works there is talking to somebody, talking about whatever it is, helping find something. And you see they're doing a very good job, and go up to them and say, hey, if you're I own a landscape business. If you're looking for a change of pace, want to get out of here, here's my business card. We're always looking for great people. I loved how you interacted with that customer or whatever it is. Just be out there talking to me. I don't care if it's somebody at McDonald's.
And this is where you could also do that if you don't want to directly poach and be like, oh, hey, are you interested? This could be like, oh, do you have any friends or happen to know anybody that would be interested in landscaping? Because then that gives them the option of like, whoa, I might be interested. Yeah. Or it doesn't make it like awkward that you're like, I'm trying to poach you here at your job and maybe your supervisor's an aisle over. That could be weird. So just throw that in.
I know for a while, we actually had signs out in our yard that said, get paid to get in shape. We've tried those types of things. Just
silliness. Well, and you could have a sticker on your truck that says we're hiring all the time. Because you never know who's going to
in this day and age, you need to be hiring all the time. You need to be recruiting and looking for people. Along that note, I guess one thing I did recommend to one of our Academy members was on their trailer on the back of the gate to have their sign, say we're hiring, and then have a big QR code that when they're in the vehicle behind them, they can scan that QR code and it takes them right to the career page.
Yep.
I know people have had those like, what do they call those? Those plastic boxes, like when the house is for sale, they have the
little pamphlets you put in them. Yeah.
So they'll have them on their side of their trucks. They'll put them when they get to the job site. They'll hang it up there, and then they have flyers in there, and it says we're hiring. Grab an application.
That's smart. See, this is more of that thinking outside of the box.
Yeah, just have to be open and try different things. There's no right or wrong. Just try it, see what works. If it doesn't work, move on to the next.
Move on to the next thing. So,
yep. But that's pretty much all I had today for you. It was just a common question we've been seeing come up over and over. And
comes up every time, especially this time of year. Yeah. But like we said, I wish there was a magical place. And if I ever find it, I will share, I promise. But I haven't found it yet.
No. And this is a problem throughout the world, I think, or at least through the United States. I know that much. And it's across multiple industries, construction, HVAC, everywhere. So it's not just here. So it just, we have to be just continue pushing and be out there, pay well,
treat your people well.
Yeah. And that's about all I can say about that. So. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you being here. Look forward to seeing you in some of our workshops we have planned that will be coming out soon and some of the updates that we end up doing.
We're going to be doing stuff. So for reals, hit us up with the biggest issues you're facing in your business right now and any products that you would like to see that could help you reach your goals faster. Because that's really what we're looking to do. Help more people reach their goals even faster while Galagos cry under the desk.
They hear you.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us today and hope you have a great day.